Let's begin. My name is Caroline Sprams. I am the Client Solutions Manager, and with me today is our Chief Information Officer. We're very lucky, Lee Wielenga.
Hello, happy to be here.
All right, so we're hosting this demo on a webinar platform. So due to the increased remote meetings caused by our current public health concerns, these platforms are experiencing significant saturation, and as a result, webinar platforms are throttling bandwidth, and some users may at times experience lag or performance degradation, but users will not experience this with the use of RemoteDepo since it's not a webinar platform. So have no fear if you see a little bit of lag right now. Don't worry, that's not what the RemoteDepo would look like during an actual deposition. Okay, so during this demonstration, please feel free to take advantage of the chat feature within this webinar to submit any of your questions. At the conclusion of the demonstration, we will address as many of those questions as we are able to. And not to worry, if we don't have time to address your question specifically during this webinar, we will add it to our FAQ document and circulate along with a link to the recording so that you can share it with your teams. And if you have colleagues that were not able to join us today, we will be hosting one more in an additional webinar next week, and we hope that you can join. So we will be reviewing these RemoteDepo features with you today. With RemoteDepo, you can participate virtually in depositions, mediations, or arbitrations from the comfort of your home. With a webcam-equipped device, all participants can be viewed virtually and in real time. We're going to review a number of the features RemoteDepo offers today, but I want to highlight just a few here. RemoteDepo provides a secure, dedicated virtual room for an unlimited number of participants, including your remote court reporter. In addition, you will have the RemoteDepo technical support team available as needed for the entirety of your deposition. That includes at the beginning, leading up to the deposition, and through your deposition. U.S.Legal has you covered. We're right here to assist to make sure everything goes smoothly. So let's review how easy it is to conduct a RemoteDepo event. Our scheduling team will circulate an invitation to all participants, inviting them to test their connection in advance to the deposition. And then on the day of the deposition, participants can log in by simply clicking the connection that was provided in their email invitation. It really is as simple as just clicking a link to join. You can see here multiple participants, but also you have the option of pinning the witness frame. So the view shows only the witness. That makes it easier for you to focus where you need to focus. Of course, any participant can turn their camera off and or mute their microphone. RemoteDepo also has a chat feature allowing participants to chat with the group or with specific individuals privately. So you can host this deposition very similar to how you would if it was a face-to-face deposition, but in this case, you would do it via the private chat. The group and the private chat feature can be disabled. So I'm going to switch to a live event so I can demonstrate how easy it is to share your exhibits with the participants. You're going to lose my camera for just a second. So at this moment, what you can see is what it would look like if you click that link on the invitation. It will immediately bring you up to this window here. I would suggest that once you first come up, the first thing you do is click your video so people know that you're there. Hi, folks. You'll see at the bottom here, there is a join audio option. As we had mentioned earlier for this webinar, we suggest the same thing for remote depositions. If you can, we suggest that you join your audio via phone. But if you need to, you can still join the audio via computer. You'll be able to see the number of participants that are here. When you click on participants, it'll show you all the individuals. So there's full transparency. You know everybody that's attending. There's not a question that there's anybody there that shouldn't be there. We send out our invites to each individual privately, so that's not usually something you have to worry about, but you'd also have the legit visual of the participant list just to reconfirm that. There is a share screen function as well. So if there's something on your computer that you wanted to share, the possibility is there. You have that capability by just clicking the button. and sharing which screen you want. And I want to go into the chat function. Now, this is where you could chat to everybody. You could chat to just an individual if you had a private thing you needed to state. But this is also where you'll present your digital exhibits. They'll be presented simply by dragging and dropping. You can either have a folder with all these exhibits uploaded in anticipation to this deposition previous to it actually occurring. And you could pull from that and drag and drop, or you could also just click on this file. And there is your folder with all the exhibits that you had popped in anticipation for this deposition. Note that if you had exhibits that you needed to show after the fact or that you didn't anticipate, you could grab that at any moment. And perhaps you were questioning and it was exhibit 32 that you anticipated it being, but it turns out that this is actually going to be exhibit 33. You can, on the fly, change that name. Just double click and it will open. And then to view it, you will double click as well. And it will pop open that exhibit on your computer. At the conclusion of the deposition, your court reporter will mark the deposition exhibits with an official exhibit stamp and submit those to U.S.Legal production team. Our team then produces your transcript with a reporter certificate, hyperlinks all exhibits to the transcript, and produces each ordering parties. Of course, these files are always available to the ordering parties in the U.S.Legal support client portal 24/7, wherever you are. And then lastly, you have the option of recording your deposition or proceeding, and a link to this recording is available for 90 days from the date of your deposition. You would just let us know upon scheduling that you would like this recorded. So I'm going to turn my camera off in this program very quickly. Note that if you needed to take a break or go on or go off the record, you could close your camera and then you could also mute your audio, and you could do that just like you would with any deposition. And then you would just click the button to bring your camera right back up, and you'd click the button again to bring back your audio. So in addition to the features we reviewed today, we also have the following complementing services. For those of you that may be conducting multiple depos on one case using some of the same exhibits, we suggest our InstantExhibit Plus product. And this can also be very helpful in managing deposition exhibits internally among your team, allowing easier deposition prep and sharing of exhibits in advance. This is a managed service by U.S.Legal support. And we will be hosting a webinar for that product next week. So if you think this is the service you and your team might find helpful, please do join us. We'd love to share. And of course, with RemoteDepo, you can also receive a real-time feed of the reporter's transcript during the deposition. Simply indicate your preference when scheduling a RemoteDepo event with U.S.Legal. We can customize your needs on a remote platform no matter what. Now, finally, if you would like to engage one of our professional legal videographers to participate in the proceedings to capture the testimony, they will sync the video with the final timestamped transcript and provide a trial-ready package with all the hyperlinked exhibits and exhibit files included. Now, with this current work from home situation, many of us are adapting to the new normal, and it presents some unique and sometimes amusing situations. And we want to share with you just a couple recommendations for best practices. Something to note, please try to conduct a testing the day before so that if there are any tech hurdles or something that you didn't anticipate, we can smooth that out previous to the deposition taking place. It's also suggested that you have a solid Wi-Fi or hardwired connection. And so for best performance, we suggest an upload speed of greater than 5 megabytes per second. And to test that speed, if you want to, you'll see on our screen, there is a quick URL that you can go to, and it will give you a quick test of what your internet speed is. So you can make sure that you are fully prepared for this. And then, as I had mentioned previously when I was talking about the exhibits, we suggest that you preload your exhibits in a dedicated folder on your desktop. And that way you can grab them quite easily You have most of them there. You don't have to worry about sorting through things. And then just to reiterate, if there is something that you didn't anticipate, you can always grab that on the fly. And then the day of the deposition, we do suggest that you log in 10 to 15 minutes early, maybe even a little bit earlier, just to make sure that everything's set up and running smoothly and you don't have any questions. Some other suggestions, we suggest a clean background. You don't want a lot of clutter behind you, a solid surface without too much lighting coming in that doesn't wash you out is a good idea. And then you definitely try to wear something professional, at least from the waist up. And then mute your microphone, external devices, a cell phone, television, email notifications so that you don't have anything that's distracting you during the proceedings. You want to create the environment around you to be as similar as what a face-to-face deposition would be like. So, you wouldn't have that television and all the things pinging on the side if you were in a conference room. And so you want to create that conference room feel in your remote deposition. And then make sure that your children and or your fur babies are also occupied. So give your dog a chew toy. Maybe there is that one movie that your child is really excited to see. Perhaps this is like the best opportunity to go see Frozen 2. Just find something that keeps them in a good place and occupied so that they're fully engaged while you're fully engaged in your remote deposition. And just so you know, for those of you that may be working to maintain your trial preparation schedule in the midst of the current challenges, we also offer online jury research and consulting services through our trial division decision quest. We have Jury Live, which is an online real-time tool that lets you see how a potential jury from your venue reacts to your case for a fraction of the time and cost associated with convening a traditional mock trial. We have Case Explorer, which can help you build detailed online surveys and pull a large, diverse pool of surrogate jurors from your venue or nationwide to see how the case will play out and uncover some unexpected hurdles. And we have Social Discover, which is our team of experts, and they'll conduct through research and analysis across major social platforms and public records for both litigants, potential jurors, or other subjects, uncovering pertinent information, enabling you to make informed and critical decisions. Thank you all so much for spending the time with us today reviewing our RemoteDepo and its features. If you have additional questions related to our RemoteDepo offering or would like to learn more about our other services, please feel free to contact your U.S. Legal Support rep, or you can email us at hello@uslegalsupport.com. That email address is on the screen right now, so you can find that quickly. Just note that U.S. Legal Support, we have many options to help you handle and run your remote depositions. So we're here to support you. Thanks again for joining us, and wishing you all continued health and sanity. And have a great day.